Hello friends, in this case SQL Tutorial Series Part 1, we will be covering below mentioned topics. We will try to understand what is KSQL and how does it fit into Kafka ecosystem. Then we will talk about KSQL setup on local machine. And at last, we will practice some useful KSQL commands on KSQL CLI. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so what is KSQL? KSQL is a streaming engine for Apache Kafka. Okay, so before coming to this, let's understand what is a stream. So a stream is an unbounded continuous flow of records. For example, the events that we get from mobile applications or from IoT devices, those are unbounded and they are continuous in nature. So those events we can say streams or data streams. So if you want to do any sort of transformations like filter, joins, any sort of aggregations on those streams, that is called the stream processing. In Kafka, we have two options. We have Kafka Streams API or we have KSQL for stream processing. Kafka Streams API is very mature in terms of stream processing, but to write a KStream program, you need to have programming skills or at least some exposure to any of the programming language like Java or Python. But with KSQL, you can use your existing SQL skills with some modifications to build a streaming pipeline. SQL supports aggregations, different joins, windowing operations, and much more. SQL is distributed, scalable, reliable, and real-time in nature. You can start with a single node or server, and based on your requirement, you can add multiple KSQL server to an infrastructure. Even if one node goes down, the remaining nodes will do the job. Okay, now let's talk about KSQL architecture. Okay, so this is high level KSQL architecture. So we have KSQL server here that is integrated with Kafka cluster. So Kafka cluster is nothing but the set of brokers which actually stores our data. Inside KSQL server, we have KSQL engine that is responsible for running queries related to reading, writing, and transforming data. So this KSQL engine gets the instructions from this REST API that is exposed to outside applications. So as you can see in the diagram, we have two options to run our KSQL queries on the KSQL server. We have KSQL CLI that I will introduce in later part of this video, and KSQL UI is another option that comes up with Confluent Control Center. So inside the Confluent Control Center, we have KSQL Editor. There we can perform the same operations that we perform on KSQL CLI. Okay, so if we talk about flow, KSQL CLI or UI will be used by the user or application to run the queries. So these instructions will be posted on this REST API. This REST API will send these set of instructions to KSQL engine, and KSQL engine will basically run those queries. For reading or writing the data, it will send request to Kafka cluster or the set of brokers where our data is actually stored. Okay, so this is all about KSQL architecture. For KSQL setup, you can follow below URL. This is URL of my existing YouTube video that I prepared some time back. The same link I have mentioned in the description box also. If you guys have any issues in installation and setting up the KSQL, you can just put your comments in the comment section and I will try to help you. Okay, So there are many KSQL commands that we can use on KSQL CLI or in UI, but we will be going through these three commands at this point because you will be using them frequently. As I said, there are many commands in the KSQL related to streams, tables, and insert statements, select statements, but this is not the time to introduce them. So I just thought of bringing the most important or frequently used command here at this point. First is show topics. So if you want to list down the topics from your Kafka brokers, that you can do directly from CLI, KSQL CLI. Also, if you want to read the data from particular topic, that you can do with print command. And if you want to see the properties of particular, if you want to see the server properties, that you can do with show properties command. The status of my Confluent installation, if my services are up and running, so this is the command. If you want to check, you can check with this command. Sorry guys, I just missed an. Okay, so you can see all my services are running here, although like some of the services are not required for KSQL server, but since I launched this cluster with Confluent local start, so it started all my services together. Okay, so now I'll show you how we can launch the KSQL CLI from here. So what you have to do, you have to just call this binary like this. Okay, so your KSQL CLI is launched now. All you can see, KSQL streaming SQL engine for Apache Kafka, and from here onwards you can start typing and executing your commands from this prompt. Okay, so our first command is show topics. So we want to list down all the topics available on Kafka brokers. So this is the command. Okay, so as you can see, it has listed down all my Kafka topics and with some additional details also, along with Kafka topic name. It is showing me the number of partitions and also the replicas. Okay, so these are all product specific topics, or I would say internal topics, but these are the main topics which I created, like even my test topic, or these topics you can see they are the user created topics or topics created by me. Okay, so this is how you can just list down all your topics. And now suppose if you want to see the data of particular topic, so one way is you will just go and just try to launch a consumer on that particular topic, either through consumer console or your Java client. You can just call your Java program to read that data from that particular topic. But if you want to perform the same operation through KSQL, so this is the command. You can specify print, and quotes you can specify topic name. So I have given this topic my test topic. So as you can see, and okay, so it hasn't returned anything. So reason for this is because I did not insert any new record. That is the reason it didn't. That is the reason it did not return anything. So what I will do now, I will just give one additional option here from beginning. So now it should give me the full records from this topic. It should display full records from this topic. Yeah, so you can see it showed me all the records which this topic has. right? So this is how you can check the data in particular topic. Now the next command that we discussed was show properties. So if you want to see server properties, so this is the command. So it will display all the properties available and what is the current value. So if you want to see KSQL connect URL or any extension directory or any internal topic replicas, all KSQL specific properties will be displayed here. If you want to exit this command line, you can do it with exit and semicolon. Okay, so we are out now. Okay friends, thank you for watching this video. Our KSQL journey has begun now. In the next video, we will go through KSQL tables, KSQL streams, and then we will perform data load operations on different tables and streams. So please be with me and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.